Hello Leo, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your bonus reading for the second half of June. General reading as always, guys. It's not going to resonate with every single person out there. So please do take from this reading whatever makes sense for your situation, release the rest. If you're interested in your own personal private reading, all of that info is down below in the description box, and I will include a link to all of the card decks that you see here. This is a time-stamped reading, so we're going to be breaking it up into two sections. You're free to watch the whole thing, or you could just watch the feminine side or the masculine. Totally up to you. So we're going to start things off with the Divine Feminine, using this deck by Flames of Alchemy, the Divine Feminine Energy Oracle card deck. And I do tend to say her and she for the Divine Feminine, but I do understand it's just energy. It can be for both female as well as male, so take it for how it resonates with you. All right, guys, so let's get started, Leo, and how the Divine Feminine is affected by this connection with the masculine. How is she feeling? What's going on at this time? Angels and spirit guides, please, for Leo for this bonus reading, focusing on the Divine Feminine here. We have a feminine who is this energy of despair. That's heavy, that's painful. And the Divine Feminine energy coming through with the Divine Feminine card. So whatever this despair is, it's heavily impacting my Divine Feminine. This is something that is very personal to my feminines. And this could actually be contributing to why this is coming through, that distorted feminine energy. Especially if we're just not in our right mind space, or our heart space is just dealing with so much right now. The feminines are also feeling very vulnerable at this time. We have unspoken words. There's a lot of unspoken words between the feminine and the masculine here. What I'm feeling here for some of you is that this could have been a breakup, a separation, either out of the blue, or it just was something that happened that just was not expected. We've got balance. I feel right now my Divine Feminines are working on restoring balance in her life. We have wisdom and power coming through from the solar plexus chakra. Whenever the chakra cards present itself, for me as a reader, I do pick up off of an imbalance there, and it's right next to this balance card, which is confirming that for me. Because this imbalance has to do with something tied to the Divine Feminine that's just a little bit out of balance when it comes to her vitality, her self-esteem, her confidence. All of these things have been affected as a result of something painful that's happened between the feminine and the masculine. My feminine's definitely tapped into her strength, or at least trying to be strong at this time. Maybe struggling a little bit in that though, but definitely really trying to be very strong at this time, having gone through something very difficult, but holding herself high, holding herself up. Wow. All right, so let's see what else, Leo. We're going to start with some tarot messages here. This is the Pining Rose Tarot by my friend Amy of Calico Moon. So let's see. Let's clarify these messages here when it comes to tarot for you, Leo, for the Divine Feminine. What else is going on here? We've got the Two of Pentacles, which is earth energy. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, multiple priorities, balance again, ups and downs, juggling. There's this juggling energy here that's presenting itself when it comes to my feminines. So lots of references here for balance, the need for balance. we've got the Six of Wands, which is an amazing card. This is victory and success right here, followed by the Star. And then we've got the Chariot. I love these three cards right here. So Wands, of course, is fire. Leo, that's your own energy. The Star card represents Aquarius, and then the Chariot card represents Cancer. So if any of these signs represent a significance to you when it comes to your masculine, it's coming through here. So the Six of Wands falling right below that Divine Feminine card. This is an indication to me that when it comes to the feminine working on regaining balance in her life, she's going to be victorious in that. She's going to be able to be successful in her life again, tapping into her confidence, you see. And with the Wisdom and Power card, that solar plexus chakra, there's an imbalance there. And so the Six of Wands is letting us know that my Divine Feminine will be able to find balance and regain her confidence here. Be very victorious in her own life, with or without this masculine. However, we've got the Star card right here. And this is about hope, faith, renewal, and self-care. Certainly a time for the Divine Feminines, for that self-love, to take care of herself at this point in time. But this also is indicative of healing, of enlightenment, a wish that comes true, an impossible situation that might, after all, be possible. When it comes to love and romance, this is tapped into two people who still love each other. And that things can still work out. So it's a time for the feminines to use her intuition, continue to work for her goals and desires in her life. And I just feel the Star is coming through here to bless those endeavors, as well as this connection that things can still work out better than expected. And of course, the Chariot is representing movement and action, determination, travel. This is finally movement that's presenting itself here. You know, when we're in this energy of despair, this is somebody who's not going anywhere. This is somebody who's not in any position to create any sort of movement with the energy of that Chariot. So part of the progress here, part of the healing journey for my feminines is being able to get past that and to head towards this energy of the Six of Wands to create movement and progress, to head towards the energy of that Chariot. Because this Chariot does represent a triumphant outcome here. We do have the Eight of Pentacles. So for those of you who are focused on an earth sign here, which we already have that from the Two of Pentacles, in this particular deck, this says working hard, mastering your skill, apprenticeship. And I feel for my Divine Feminines representing or resonating with this Eight of Pentacles, you're just focusing perhaps on your career for now, your finances, being able to stand on your own 2 feet, being very successful at that, being recognized for that hard work. You might also be just working on your craft right now, whatever it is. The Eight of Pentacles is also, when it comes to love and romance, Leo, being able to keep your eyes on the prize, which ultimately is to have that ideal love, that soulmate, that ideal partner that you want to be able to share your life with. But right now, what's keeping my feminines out of balance is this energy of the Three of Swords. Heartbreak, hurt, sorrow, grief, and for some of you, a love triangle, a third-party situation. We've got the Death card coming through next. This is Scorpio energy for some of you. Endings, change, and transformation. So something needed to come to an end here between the feminine and the masculine. And it hurt, it broke your heart, feminines. You're having to heal this right now and bring yourself back into balance. You can't live in the past. You got to move on from that. And that's a part of the energy of that Death card. And we've got the Magician here, which is beautiful because this is all about manifestation here, but it can be tapped into manipulation also if you're dealing with a masculine who's being sneaky, who's coming towards you as a trickster. But the Magician can represent that ideal partner that I was talking about. And if my masculines were being deceptive in any way with the feminine, I do feel coming through as the Magician, having gone through this transformation, that this is a masculine perhaps that's learned his lesson, is willing to come back together with the feminine maybe. So we'll continue and we'll see what else needs to come through here. We'll grab some messages from this deck. This is the Moody Moon Messages deck, honoring the cycle of the Divine Feminine by my soul sister, Sister Moon Tarot. So let's add to this. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Leo for this bonus reading, focusing on the Divine Feminine and how it's affecting the feminine when it comes to the connection with the masculine. Angels and spirit guides, please. PMS. Completely immersed in my yin energy. That's certainly your prerogative, feminines, you know, having gone through so much when it comes to this connection. And as the Two of Pentacles is stating here, you've been through lots of ups and downs. And if you've been dealing with a masculine who was juggling third-party situations, you're done with that. This is you working on yourself now. And that's why we have that star card here. Self-care. This is self-care time for my Divine Feminines. Look at this next card. We've got sick. This love has made me weak and sick, which is why, my feminines, you're working on getting stronger. So if this is how you were at one point in time, this is your energy coming through now, that you're a lot stronger than perhaps you've been giving yourself credit for, or this is a part of your transformation here. There are some of my feminines who are hopeful, okay? Maybe we can start over again, and certainly with the star card right here, which is offering that hope and making impossible situations possible. This I'm saying this too much. This is possible. It really is. There's still a chance here that you guys can start over. You can start again. Now, some of my Divine Feminines, you might be stalking your masculine on social media. I can't stop looking at his social media. So even though you guys are not together, you're still keeping tabs on the masculine. We have inspired, feeling alive, which is good because that's getting you out of this chair of despair. You know, my feminines coming back to life, which is very much tied into this death card. Because when you're in this energy, you know, this is how you're feeling, like a part of you has died, but you can rise above that and come back to life. Let's grab a couple more. Abandoned. This situation has triggered all my abandonment wounds. So my feminines, for some of you, you were abandoned by the masculine, having entered into a third-party situation, that love triangle. So I'm not surprised to see this. Lonely. It would be more beautiful if you were here, still thinking about the masculine, despite what's happened here. All right, so let's add to this with some romance angels messages here, Leo. Angels and spirit guides, please, for this bonus reading for the Divine Feminine. What else do we need to know from the Divine Feminine standpoint when it comes to this connection? Honeymoon, okay? So, well, some of you guys could have been married to the masculine here. Or you guys were just going through this honeymoon phase and things just fell apart. And for some of you, you could certainly have pictured a long-term future by way of marriage with your masculine. But there's definitely this need for forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Yes. And I feel for my feminines tuning in and resonating with this, that's exactly what you got to do. Remember, the Death card is the need to let go of the past and move on. But there has to be forgiveness there too, so that you're not dragging that pain and negative energy with you. Angels are wanting you to stay optimistic about your love life at this time, Divine Feminines. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Between the two of you, the attraction between you and the masculine is still here. And we've got finances and career that's coming through here. And that did come through from the Eight of Pentacles. Working very hard at your finances, your career, your job, your livelihood. You could have also been tapped out financially by this masculine. That's for some of you guys. We have another reference to wedding here. Okay, so either, again, you pictured a long-term future with your masculine, or you guys were married to the masculine, or they entered into a third-party situation with somebody who was married. So many interpretations, but that's what I'm getting from that. But when it comes to the two of you, feminine and masculine, chemistry, still here. Still that strong magnetic attraction between the two of you. You know, it doesn't matter that you're broken up, that there's a separation, that more than likely there's no communication, no interaction, but the chemistry is what's energetically still drawing you guys together. Okay, so let's grab some messages from my self-created deck. This is the Women's Intuition Oracle, Leo, and let's give the feminine the opportunity to speak up here and what it is that the feminine would like to say to the masculine at this time. And as always, take whichever one of these resonates with you. You trigger me in ways no other man ever has. Yeah, I believe it. But I believe this too. I love you, I want you, I need you. Because if whoever's resonating with this, if you didn't care, if you are okay with not having this masculine in your life, this is not where you would be. No need to be in despair if you fully let this person go. If you don't care what happens to them, if you don't care that you guys ever get back together, this is not where you would be. They trigger you, yes. But I feel in your heart of hearts, you still care. You still love the masculine, which is why we've got the star and this hopeful energy and why you're still keeping tabs on social media. The next message, divine timing, is the cruelest form of anticipation between the hours of midnight and 4 a.m. What this is telling me is for some of my feminines, you know, you're just being a little bit impatient. You're not getting enough sleep. You're losing sleep over this. You're trying to be patient, but it's been very difficult for you. You know, you're just literally watching the clock, tick tock, tick tock, hoping for some sort of communication or movement when it comes to this partnership. Next message. Good girls can be badass too. Absolutely. You're strong, my divine feminines. And I feel, because we do have this card, this love has made me weak and sick. That could have been you, but you're much stronger now. You're badass now. And no one's ever going to hurt you the way this has presented itself in your life, because now you're stronger. You're not going to be putting up with any nonsense from the masculine. Let's grab two more. Look at this. See? I love you. The love is still here for the masculine, my divine feminines. And for those of you resonating with this, you already know that. Last one. You can run, you can roam, but only I will feel like home. So, love triangles. And this is a message for the masculine to let him know. It's like, look, you can explore love triangles and third-party situations, but no one will ever be able to offer you the kind of love that we shared. No one will ever make you feel like home like I do. That is what I pick up from that. And the love clearly still here in the divine feminine's heart space. Okay? So that's what I'm getting, Leo, when it comes to the divine feminine here. So let's go ahead and grab some messages now for the divine masculine. You're welcome to continue tuning in and seeing what comes forward, unless you just wanted to watch the divine feminine portion of this reading. All right, guys, so let's start. Let's grab some insight, focusing on the divine masculine here. Again, a deck by Flames of Alchemy. This is the divine masculine energy oracle cards. Angels and spirit guides for Leo for this bonus reading. All right, how is the connection affecting the divine masculine here? It's time for us to take a look at the other side of this story. How is the divine masculine feeling here? We've got this trapped energy. Isn't that interesting? And maybe for my masculines who did feel trapped in a relationship, maybe that's why there was that love triangle. Maybe we've got a masculine here who just didn't want to be tied down or ready to commit and felt the need to explore other options in love and romance. Now it's interesting how we have endurance here, and we ended up getting the strength card from the divine feminine. So you're both really strong individuals. But I feel based off of what's happened in the connection, at one point in time, you were both lacking that strength to do the right thing, to work on the challenges of the relationship. And a masculine who's feeling trapped and has his hands tied is struggling to bring about this energy of endurance in his life. We've got this intoxicated energy coming through also. This intoxicated card could be coming forward for the feminines, of course, and how the masculine is still so intoxicated by that connection. But part of the energy that I'm picking up here too could be that this masculine was intoxicated by somebody else. And also, of course, the overall meaning of the word intoxicated, he could be drinking a little bit too much too. He's just drowning himself in this energy, perhaps. He's also coming through as cowardly, wearing this mask, deceptive, manipulative, keeping secrets perhaps, unable to do the right thing. We have faith. He struggles as well to keep his faith in the connection, or has lost faith in the connection, or too cowardly to believe that the connection between the divine feminine and divine masculine could actually be something that's representing that love of a lifetime. So my masculines could have certainly found that, but weren't ready for it. We have codependency. So there's that energy from this masculine that could be picking up off of some sort of addictive behavior, obsession, addiction towards drinking, towards smoking, towards gambling, some sort of negative, toxic behavior when it comes to this masculine. This codependency too could be towards a love triangle. And as you can see, we've got fantasize here. Intoxicated and fantasizing about Whom is he fantasizing about? Is it the divine feminine or is it a third party? Could be both. But as you can see here, we've got takeoff, followed by freedom, and then we've got masculine shadow. So my masculines really not wanting to be tied down right now. Just wanting their freedom, you know, feeling trapped. And when we feel trapped, we want to take off. We want to be free. We don't want to be feeling like we can't move. And then we've got this masculine shadow, which is an indication to me that this divine masculine has got some shadow work to do. This keeps popping up for some reason, and maybe that's because we're in Mercury retrograde. So there's some healing here that this masculine needs to go through to address these behaviors that are standing in the way of progress in his life. His love life certainly, but just life in general, it's all standing in the way of bringing him what it is that he's looking for, you know? So let's add to this once again with some tarot messages. This is the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Leo for this bonus reading. Focusing on the divine masculine. What else do we need to know, please? When it comes to this masculine, what else? We've got the sacral chakra again. Whoa. Now remember, that did come up. Where is it? Oh, sorry, no. That was the solar plexus. Solar plexus for the feminines. But we've got the sacral chakra coming forward for the masculines. So this sacral chakra is tapped into the words I want, his emotions, his desires, his sexuality. He wants, he wants, he wants, and he goes after what he wants, even if it is off limits, even if it would create a third-party situation. And that's what's creating a bit of an imbalance here with the masculines as well. We've got the High Priestess coming through. This is the need to follow your gut, pay attention to your intuition. This is also a card of a waiting period. No action for now when it comes to the masculine. Now it's interesting that we've got the throat chakra coming up next. So there's an imbalance here too, because more than likely the divine feminine and divine masculine are not talking right now. And there's a lot that he needs to say to her, or she's got a lot to say to him, but you guys are not in communication right now. And that's creating that imbalance and blockage in the throat chakra as well. But we've got the Ace of Pentacles coming through here. That's Earth energy, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Prosperity begins. So when it comes to the masculines, money matters, things might be looking up there. I believe that came through for the feminines too, where money was improving. When it comes to love and romance, the Ace of Pentacles is a new beginning. It's manifestation as well. Being able to manifest a new beginning with the feminine. Four of Wands. Foundation and achievement. Wands again, Leo, that's your own energy. So this is that happy life. This is that happy home life. Family, harmony, marriage. You've got the Power card, which is the Strength card, Leo, and this is your own energy right here. So we have the Strength card presenting itself for both the divine feminine and divine masculine. Isn't that interesting? We've got endurance, we've got strength, we've got power tapped into the Strength card in traditional tarot for this reading, this overall reading for both feminine and masculine. So you're both really trying to be strong at this time. Just trying to have patience, but I feel struggling a little bit with having that patience. And just having the will to overcome the obstacles that have happened here between the two of you. And here we are again. This is the Chariot that came through for the Divine Feminine also. Triumph, a triumphant outcome. There's still a chance here, Leo, that the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine can overcome the obstacles that are standing in the way of the two of you coming together. And then we've got this discontent and bored energy, boredom, which is the Four of Cups, which is a missed opportunity, regrets, apathy, disconnectedness, contemplation. This is all part of the vibe of this Divine Masculine, and perhaps it's this discontent and boredom that turned into a love triangle, third-party situation. Intoxicated, fantasizing about somebody else, not wanting to settle down, not ready to settle down, just wanting his freedom, wanting to take off. But look at this, we've got the World card here, the Universe card. So there's cycle completion that's needed here that can bring closure to this situation and also give the two of you the opportunity to start over and find happiness once again. To be able to start over and have a much stronger foundation. So not only will the two of you be stronger internally in your heart space, in your minds, but the actual foundation of your relationship is going to be solid if you actually both put in the effort. And my masculines, you've got the Light, the Sun card, the most positive card in tarot coming through here for you, Leo. Focusing on the Divine Masculine here. This is success, this is joy, this is happiness. This is what the masculine has the capability of offering the feminine, which can result in unions, which can result in marriage, happiness, joy, fulfillment, a pretty amazing future. So there's a possibility here, Leo, for my Divine Masculines to be able to fix what's broken here in the partnership. Okay, so let's add to this with the Masculine's Madness deck. This is by Bridget Rao of Divine Essentials. So we'll add to this. And let's take a look and see what might be contributing to this masculine shadow energy for the Divine Masculine. I'm no good. Toxic, you see? Even the masculine is coming through, letting the feminine know. It's like, I am toxic right now. I'm not in a good place. I'm in this shadow and I need to do some work on myself. But look at this next card. I know we are meant to be and I'm committed to our love, commitment. So I feel once this masculine works through his shadows, he'll be in a better position to really take advantage of the energy of the Sun card here and the Chariot, the World card. These are all quite positive, as well as the Strength card. Look at this next message. Higher power, I pray you will forgive me. So my masculine's definitely being more accountable, taking responsibility for how things have played out here. Look at this, guys. We started with the same energy with the Divine Feminine, despair. The masculine is in despair as well. I'm drowning in my despair for you. So you're both in that same energy, which is no mistake. Two different card decks. You're both in the same energy, feeling despair over the fact that this relationship fell apart. And if you can somehow work on fixing the issues here, you've got some pretty amazing positive messages presenting itself here. So it's not impossible that this can be fixed. All right, so let's add to this from the Romantic Confessions from the Divine Masculine deck, another deck by my soul sister, Sister Moon Tarot. Okay, so let's see what else. Let's set these guys aside here. What else needs to come through? What confessions does this Divine Masculine have for the feminine? This connection has inspired me in so many ways. See? So even though there were third parties, love triangles, this connection continues to inspire the Divine Masculine. This is a very common card that keeps popping up. I am always looking for you in everyone I meet, especially in readings where it's presenting with other options in love and romance. It's like looking for what you already had, but just not being satisfied what he already had. You know, discontent and bored. And it took something painful and difficult in the relationship for this masculine, I feel, to realize this. And trying to replicate what he had with the feminine, and he can't seem to do it. The next message. Maybe in the future we can have another go at this. And remember what came forward from the feminines here. That hopeful card. Maybe we can start over again. So you're really both wanting very similar things here. And this, for some reason, this card just knows when to pop up when there are third-party situations present. Sometimes when I'm with her, I find myself wishing I was with you. So what has happened here for some of you is that this masculine entered into a love triangle, and after a while the grass wasn't greener, realizing that a mistake has been made here, and wanting to reconnect with the Divine Feminine. Next message. It is because of you that I know what unconditional love is. Wow. Last one. I never got over you. See? So despite what's happened here between the two of you, this masculine has still not gotten over this feminine and won't ever get over this feminine. You guys are just forever connected, spiritually connected, a very strong bond between two people. You know, and this message, again, I know we are meant to be, and I'm committed to our love. I just feel my masculines need to get rid of the toxic energies that they are in, do that shadow work to create healing, to bring this back together. There's still a chance here, Leo. There's still a chance. All right, so let's grab some additional dialogue from my self-created deck. This is the Thinking Man Oracle. We'll grab from here, and as always, take whichever one of these messages makes sense for your situation. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on the Divine Masculine. What is it that you want to say to your feminine masculines? What is it that you want to say? This yearning and pining for you is exhausting. What can I do to fix us? So he's tired. That's why he's tapped into his strength here, trying to be strong, realizing that there's a part of him that's still yearning and pining for the feminine. But, you know, maybe too much time has passed, or he's picking up off of the feminine's energy that she's still upset, but really wanting to fix the situation here. Look at this next card, guys. I never expected to turn this into a third-party situation, but there's no one else to blame. I knew the line I was crossing. Yeah. Next message. It's been sheer hell since you walked out of my life, but I'm never going to let you know that. That's because for now, he's coming through as a coward. And he's going to have to work through that energy to get rid of that, to be able to express truly what's in his heart when it comes to this connection. Next message. You and I. It's time. Still wanting to come back together, Leo. Let's grab a couple more. I don't want to be your friend. I don't want to be your boyfriend. How does the word husband sound to you? And so, my feminines, if you're tuning in, watching for this masculine, he's ready to commit. He doesn't want to be a friend. He doesn't want to be a boyfriend. He's ready to commit long term. And remember, you ended up getting the Four of Wands. This is a twin flame connection for some of you. This is happy energy. This is building a life with someone, building a family, a home. It's harmony, it's happiness, it's joy. Wow. Last card. Be mine. Okay, so this masculine letting the feminine know he's still wanting this connection to come back together. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and grab the Romance Angels cards. Angels and Spirit Guides, please, for Leo. And love and romance for this connection, for the Divine Masculine. What else do we need to know here? Yeah, my masculine, you have to work on loving yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And I forget if this came through for the Divine Feminines too, but I just feel that you both have to work on this. The chemistry, still here. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. We already picked up on that. And romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring, Divine Masculines. There could also be this very flirtatious way in which you guys interact, how you connect, how you speak to each other. You have lots of fun when you're together. The angel's coming through to let you know it's safe for you to love each other. Just open your heart. Heal your heart. Get rid of the toxic vibes that you're in, Divine Masculines. And we have a wedding, okay? There's a reason why that wedding card is presenting itself here, guys. So we might actually have some wedding bells here, Leo, when it comes to this connection. Oh my gosh. So that's what's coming through when it comes to the Divine Masculine. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and close this out with some final messages combining both the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine. So let's see. Let's see what else. Let me just put these guys away right here. But lots of really nice messages coming through here, guys. And a lot of similar cards, really, for both the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine. Okay, So we're going to close this out with the Journey of Love deck, another deck by Bridget Rao of Divine Essentials. So let's take a look, Leo. What else needs to come through here? Angels and spirit guides for this connection. Number 22, unbridled. Your spirit set me free. And I really feel here that you've been able to help each other. You are spiritually connected after all. And, you know, my masculine's coming through with this trapped energy, and I really feel that that's helping the masculine to heal that toxic energy and setting him free. We have clarity, finally. I finally see. 20. You know, being able to see what we've done wrong in a connection, what we've done to hurt someone that we care for so much. So here's clarity, finally. And that clarity, especially for my masculines, it comes after having done that shadow work. Look at this. You're the one. Love. Okay, that number 16 might also play a significant role for some of you. The next card, look at this, eternity. Eternally yours. Number 41. Wow. I'm telling you, there's a potential for marriage here for some of you. Some of you might also still be dealing with a little bit of fear when it comes to the connection. I'm so afraid to tell you. So there's anxiety and fear that's presenting itself here. This is number 31. Afraid to just tell each other that you love each other, that you want to come back together, that you've had a hard time since you guys have been apart, whatever it is. You both have to be able to deal with these anxieties and these fears that you both have. And hopefully what's going to help that along is this energy of just having the clarity that you both need to ultimately know that if you want to bring this back together, that you have found the one for you, then you're going to put in the effort to just say what you got to say. And we've got, I just want loyal companionship, number 10, completion. That's what you're wanting, to be able to trust your partner, to have a loyal companion. No third parties, no love triangles, somebody that you know will be there for you for eternity. Look at this last card here, guys. We've got shadows, you see? Male figure in this photo. This feels like torture. And because it feels like torture, he's not going to want to be in that energy for long. He's going to put in the work, put in the effort to get himself out of that shadow and head towards the energy of the light where this clarity will break him free from whatever is causing him to feel trapped and keeping him in the shadows. But yeah, you guys still have a chance here. All right, so that's where I'm going to leave this one, Leo, whatever part of it resonated with you. I do hope that it helped you out. And if you're interested in your own personal private reading, all of that info is down below in the description box. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care.